Yo, what's up, people? It's me, Danny. I'm done with school now, so I'll have like a fuck ton of time now. Hopefully, that means more videos for you guys. But today, I want to talk about something that's been bugging me again for a little while now. Which is Team Fortress 2 Youtubers. In recent memory, some of them have announced their departure from the game, and this video is just gonna be me talking. I don't have like a script written or anything. I'm just gonna give like a raw take on this because I feel like it's pretty stupid. So in case you haven't noticed, and you live under a rock, and I'm the only TF2 YouTuber that you watch with my amazing nearly 300 subscribers. Thanks, by the way. Four notable community members in recent memory have announced their departure from the Team Fortress 2 content creation community, namely guys like Soundsmith, Skyman Slash, Pyro Joe, and Hamaji Neo. And I want to talk about two of these specifically, being Pyro Joe and Hamaji Neo. While Hamaji Neo has announced pretty much his complete departure from the TF2 community, Pyro Joe has done more of a clickbaity attempt at trying to signal something to Valve, when in reality the whole message of his video is just that he's gonna make less TF2 content. The reason that I'm singling these two guys out is very simple. They have both presented arguments that keep repeating themselves within the history of this game, and they have both made points that kind of invalidate themselves. Here's what I mean. Before I talk about this any further, I want to make something absolutely clear. I can already see you guys complaining about me being salty just because these guys are leaving TF2, and I have to assure you that's not the case. If any YouTuber, these guys or otherwise, leave TF2, that's fine. I can't blame you for not enjoying the game anymore. If you've gotten tired of it, that's just how it is. It's natural. It's a video game like any other, and if you aren't as attached to it as maybe people that have invested 10,000 hours, that's completely normal. These people are not the rule, they're the exception. My problem that I have with both of these guys especially is not the fact that they left TF2, it's how they did it. And that's where the crucial point of my argument comes in. When a guy like Pyro Joe, who has spent the vast majority of his time within Team Fortress 2 trading and exploring the miscellaneous stuff within the game, while blatantly neglecting the core gameplay of the actual Team Fortress 2 video game, then it does seem a little far-fetched to me to imply that the game has gotten stale to him. Especially when he talks about things that just aren't true. Portraying the game as an unplayable mess that can, in no scenario, under no circumstances, be enjoyed because casual is infested with bots is disingenuous, and he knows it. Creators.tf is around. You can join their servers since late 2019 and play just fine with and against better players with custom content. This is all stuff that I've already talked about in my creators.tf first impressions video. But I have to stress, Team Fortress 2 is just as playable as it was before. You just have to join a different server. And hey, if you're getting tired of casual TF2, why not try competitive? I'm a competitive TF2 player, and I've barely really been affected by the casual TF2 disaster. Whenever I do feel like playing casual TF2, I just join a creators.tf server and have fun. And otherwise, I play scrims and officials in competitive TF2, because that's fun as hell. What also bewilders me with both of these guys is what they mention as the main reason, as the fact that they want to leave TF2, or a big reason at least, is the game being stale and not enough content being added to the game in order for them to justify making videos on it. I really have a huge problem with this point, because why do you have to rely on the game developer constantly spoon-feeding you stuff to make videos on just so you can stay relevant? Why don't you just make a simple video about the game, maybe of you playing it, maybe some highlights of you playing it, maybe just you having fun, and then putting your own spin on it with your personality? Guess what? It's because both of these guys don't have interesting personalities. They're both as bland and as easily accessible as possible. Their videos are not based on their personalities. Both of these guys make videos that are based on the subjects of the video. Both of them don't make videos that shine first and foremost because they're great individuals with interesting personalities. Think of guys like Musel, Star, Germa, Soundsmith. People that most people would consider to be some of the greatest Team Fortress 2 YouTubers this game has ever seen. Why was their content interesting? Was it because they had a new, interesting, and fresh idea every video? I mean, how many videos has Star made where he's just walking around and upward on some other map just talking over gameplay? Hundreds! Literally! Why were they interesting though? Because he had an interesting and entertaining personality that with his simple editing skills he was able to compile in a interesting looking way. If you look at any of these YouTubers, any video that they make has to have a gimmick that keeps people entertained, and if it doesn't have that, then people just won't watch it. Because they don't have interesting personalities. It's so fucking dumb that these people use the game state as an excuse for their own shortcomings. And it frustrates me so much because I'm sitting here with like 300 subscribers. I have fuck tons of ideas about videos. And you know what? A lot of them are just me talking about a class and a weapon. Because I know this game. I have thousands of hours in this game. I have played so many competitive seasons in this. I have had so much fun with this game. And you know what? I don't just play it exclusively to get footage for videos. I play it because I have fun playing it. And in all fairness to these guys, Team Fortress 2 is not the most welcoming game to new content creators. And this is a little bit of a defense to these guys after I've just gotten so angry over this. The fact of the matter is, Team Fortress 2's community is really defensive. People in this game have had the label TF2 is dead since 2010 or something like that. People have been throwing that term around for like a decade. The community, because of the lack of support now and because of the lack of accessibility of the game, of all of the bot problems that it has, people are very defensive about it. People don't want to lose even more than they have already lost. And to be fair, it does really create a toxic atmosphere that no one really wants to be a part of. It is less about the game itself, but more about the culture surrounding it with all of the memes and shit coming out of it, which is something that I actually addressed in the Talking Fortress podcast, episode 1. You should definitely check that out. However, an important point to note is that both of these guys are obviously free to do whatever they want. If Homogeneo all of a sudden wants to make completely different content, I don't mind. It's fine. Just let them do what they want. This is in no way meant to serve as a defense for people who go into these people's comment sections and complain about any video not being about Team Fortress 2, leaving dislikes over and over. If you do that type of stuff, you're a fucking idiot. But there's a big difference between just not watching content that's not interesting to the game that you like and hating on somebody for not doing what you want. Personally, I've never left comments like these. I've never disliked a video by a guy purely because it wasn't TF2. I mean, some of the videos that Star made that weren't TF2, like his Sweet Genius video, his GTA 4 videos together with Germa, or even like the Rat Burger video, those are some of my favorite videos. I don't care that it's not TF2, because their personalities outshine the game, maybe not interesting me that much. But these guys don't have engaging personalities. The people don't care about you, they care about TF2. And you haven't made them change their minds. You get people with TF2. You make them stay for you. You failed at that. People don't give a shit about you. They give a shit about TF2. Again, this is also where you get to the point of making content for the sake of having made content. Guys like Pyro Joe, who I know have dropped out of school in order to pursue a career as a YouTuber, have to upload what the fans want. He can't afford to upload what he wants because he needs to live off of the revenue that he makes off of YouTube. And let's just have a little thought experiment, right? Imagine this. A guy has a cooking channel. All he does on the channel is cook. He makes videos about cooking cakes, about cooking some delicious meals, about doing whatever the fuck he wants. It's all about cooking though. His profile picture is him with a chef hat. He's been doing it since like 10 years. All of his fans are cooking fans as well. But then, one day, he notices that he's kind of burnt out on cooking. He finds out that none of the recipes really excite him anymore. That all of the new ones that he finds are kind of trashy. He decides that he wants to move on from cooking, despite having built his fan base entirely around it. Despite all of his branding, his persona, his content being based around one subject, he decides to move away from it. He decides to branch out. And all of a sudden he wants to make it all about his new interest. Racing. He's a racing fan now. His profile picture all of a sudden is him sitting in a car. His entire branding is about racing. All of his new videos are about racing cars. People don't view it as much? What? How is that possible? How come that my viewers are complaining about me moving away from the thing that I was known for years, that I based my entire existence on this platform on, and that I deliberately, consciously, and absolutely knowingly built my brand on? In a nutshell, for those of you who don't get it, I don't get why guys like Hamaji Neo or Pyro Joe are surprised that people are complaining about non-TF2 shit, when all they do is talk and tweet about TF2 because they know that that gets the most interactions. Their profile picture, their avatar, even sometimes their usernames are based on or references to Team Fortress 2. How is it then at all surprising that when the thing that you have single-handedly built your entire existence on this platform on, moving away from that would be a bad idea? I'm gonna end the video with this. Both of these guys are free to do whatever the fuck they want. Not me, not you, not anyone else is supposed to dictate what videos they make and what subjects they want to pursue and in what direction they want to drag their channels. Whatever they want to do, more power to them. I wish them all the best, and I hope that they succeed in whatever they do. And to all of the people that leave hateful comments because they're trying something new, go fuck yourself. It's a scummy thing to do. I'm just saying that it's not surprising and that they've kind of done this to themselves. Lashing out to the people is not the right way to go about this. You've built your entire branding, your existence on this platform, as I've said, and everything else about you on this one game. And now all of a sudden you're really surprised that once you're moving away from it, that there's repercussions and that people aren't happy about it. And now you're dragging the game in the mud as a way to justify you leaving. If you leave, just leave. It's fine. I don't care about you leaving. I care about you staining the game on the way out, because I care about TF2 and I care about the way that people perceive it. Because these people have audiences with hundreds of thousands of people, and they describe the game in an inaccurate way, and they try to blame the game's state and drag that into the mud as much as possible in order to justify their actions, when in my mind it's clear that their decisions have led to this position that they're in. It's their own fault that their fanbase is so hyped up on TF2. There's no one to blame but themselves, and they're lashing out at the one thing that we all love. But as I've said, that'll be all from me, guys. In case you have missed it, I've made a second channel, or not really a second channel. I've had it before, but I didn't really want to use it as my main channel. I upload gameplay highlights there. I upload some competitive clips there, some cool little clips, and highlight compilations whenever I feel like it, in case you guys miss me uploading. I'm gonna try to make more videos soon. I hope that maybe one of the Team Fortress 2 YouTubers that was mentioned here, or, well, probably not, but that somebody watches this video and understands what I'm talking about. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.